Today on this episode of Reality Gays.
The worst place to find out your boyfriend is cheating on you is an airport terminal.
Trust us. Don't let Elise near your kitchen.
And Jovon, listen. If you like it, then you better put a ring on it. Gah!
Roll it, Christina.
RG on YT, y'all.
Get down tonight, Daddy.
It's time for Reality Gays. We're here to cover another reality show. And while the video plays, just sit back and let go. Now, you may be thinking, where'd the theme song go? We made this little switch because copyright's a bitch. We got 90 Day, Mormon Wives, Lala, and more. And now you can watch us, you whore. You like to watch. You dirty slut. Yeah, you know.
Like it, don't you? A little too much. Ooh, moist.
RG on YouTube, y'all. Ooh, I want to show my creamy shoulders. And maybe my nipple. Poodle, no! Elise, it's just that you really embarrass me. And that shouldn't happen once. And even if it's a common occurrence, I'm out. So, you understand what I'm saying?
Wait, are we still going to the zoo?
I laughed out loud.
Are we still going to the zoo later?
Well, they said that if you notice, y'all, because I'm a method actor, I bent over my desk and put my head on my hand.
Which is what she does.
Her body posture, too, is just like...
She does have this habit also of her eyes just glaze over. Like when we met her in person, she's not even listening to what you say. Like she just stares through you. It's incredible.
Well, you can tell
made for reality television.
She's highly anxious.
She's
and
definitely.
I think it's hard for her to listen. It's hard for people to. You guys, if you have a friend in your life or someone you're like, that person doesn't listen to me, put yourself in their shoes and ask yourself, well, are they self-involved or are they so hyper fixated on something? They can't. Anyway, this is Reality Gays.
What'd you say?
Yeah, this is Reality Gays. I'm Mattie.
And I'm Poodle. And we're two ridiculous homosexuals who loved tearing reality television a new one.
Yes. And today we're talking about 90 Day Fiance B90 Before the 90s, Season 8, Episode 17. Welcome to your destination. And this is our part one.
I'm highly anxious, but I don't listen to you because you're boring.
I don't listen to you because you're usually bitchy. Mm-hmm. So there we go.
Well, there we go.
There we go. Bitchy and boring. That could be our tagline.
That'll make them come running.
Always does. Always does. All right.
We are winding down. So last week was it
you didn't get banged, did you? You didn't get banged last night like you told me you were going to.
No, I did. I'm just tired from it.
That's why you're tired. He tried to talk about how he was so tired. He didn't sleep
it was from I was trying to do physical stuff, but that's also the reason.
You were doing gymnastics last night.
Maybe.
And you got out the pole vault when you've been sick and you weren't ready for it.
Pommel horse. You should see my floor routine.
Boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got to need at least 20 feet and got to get a running start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a springboard.
Uh-huh.
Sure. Why not?
Got to get that white powder on your hands.
Okay. Right. What were you saying?
Oh. I don't know what I was saying.
Well, let's talk real quickly. We're going to jump into this. We're wrapping up the season.
We're wrapping up the season, yes.
We have what?
Last week was Mile High Club. And now it's welcome to your destination, because the week before was Mayday.
Mm-hmm.
So now I believe we've landed. We just haven't gotten off the plane yet. I don't think they think about this as much as I do.
Maybe the next one's going to be unbuckle your seatbelts.
Yes. Enjoy Peoria.
or
Your
wherever they're
baggage
flying
is at
into.
Terminal 4.
It's something like that. Yeah. I think it'll be get all your belongings.
It would be really good if the last one they would never do this because this is a 20-year-old joke. But if they said bye-bye,
That is a 20-year-old. No, that's a 30-year-old joke. Gotta be.
gotta be.
That's a
I'm not even going to
30-year-old
explain.
joke.
I'm not explaining it. If you don't know it, then you don't know it. Google
Bye-bye.
it.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye. What a
That's when
simple and
Saturday Night Live
stupid
used to be.
sketch.
Saturday Night Live used to be kind of event watching because there was not a lot to watch, and you had us little gay boys reenacting
Helena.
all the sketches we saw.
Yeah.
On Monday when we were talking about our friends. I wonder what do kids. I can't imagine kids do that these days. They're on TikTok.
I think so. Although,
What are they talking about? I guess they're looking at YouTube or they're talking about that. There's so much media.
yeah. I mean, it's a very different time. It's very split. Everybody's watching wherever. No, they're watching on YouTube. They're watching on TikTok. They're watching on Tubi. They're watching on Philo. They're
I
watching
miss
on
monoculture.
Bootbox.
I miss like one thing that everyone had to do, like
But-
Titanic. Remember when everyone had to see Titanic?
Yes, but one thing about that is if we did have it just that, you and I wouldn't be doing this show.
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean?
It wouldn't be called Reality Gays. It would be Choir Director Corner with two gay,
Oh God!
very large, unhappy choir directors talking about their wives.
Yikes!
It's too real.
Choir chat. You should see. My azaleas are coming in so well. What? How's your wife? Can you imagine if we had never gotten out of our respective hometowns?
Mm-hmm. Danielle's great. She just cut her hair real short in the back, and I think it looks cute.
Oh,
Gets
she's
hot.
so pretty like that.
I would do that improv podcast with you and just a litany of friends. It'd be like Chelsea Lynn's Positive Talks. I love it so much.
Two gay men who were closeted, but there's a really brutal sadness in it.
Yes. Yeah, really brutal.
And oh my God.
You would never see the wives. They would never guest on the show.
No, they're only there for topics of conversation.
Maybe it's good that we're not like crazy popular like some of these podcasts because we do so much podcasts. We do like 5 or 6 shows a week. If we only did like one show a week, y'all, that second show would get so weird. If we just had to do whatever it would just be weird. And it either would land
I get all this nervous energy out.
It
is a way of like expiating all of the worst things about myself.
I would do it. I would do it with you, me, and our friend Lindsay, the 3 of us for choir chat.
Oh, yeah. Choir chat. Someone out there is really wanting to listen to choir chat.
Oh, wow.
You should have heard my students last week and the Mozart Laudate Dominum.
Oh, that one's so good.
Little Kinsey is just, her high notes are just brilliant.
I think it's better now that the father left, their house is just calmer.
Yeah. 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 He set fire to their car.
He did.
When we get canceled, that's a great idea to start over.
Yeah, that's a great idea to start over. Yeah, that is a good one.
We should move on.
We should move on. We'd also be wearing tracksuits. Continue.
I don't know. I think I'd be wearing
My
a
character
sweater.
would. He would be a tracksuit person.
Announcements.
Yes, we do have announcements. First of all, we're going to talk about it a little bit, but right off the top of the newscast of 90 Day Fiance announced for season 12. We're going to do what we normally do. We actually remembered this time.
12 seasons.
Yeah, we're 12. Thank God. We're going to actually be talking about each couple on each show, or we'll be interspersed until kind
offering
of
our predictions.
Yeah, it's a
and
build up until
just edging y'all a little bit.
Yes, that's what we're doing. So there's that. Also, we kind of came up with it in the moment, and thank God Christina, our producer, takes our shit and went with it. But oftentimes, but because of the timing, a lot of y'all ask, you want our feedback on something that's immediate. Well, the problem is we're recording this show on April 1st, so April Fool's Day. Happy April. But this isn't going to
April Fool's Day.
I know, I don't like it. But we're not actually this episode isn't going to air until the 5th, Sunday night, because thankfully TLC gives a screener. We love them for it. But sometimes things come up and you want our response, and it's like, well, we were talking in one of our Patreon shows are usually more immediate, like usually Love After Lockup, things like that. We record those a couple of days before it airs. So we had very strong responses to RuPaul's Drag Race last week, and we didn't want to wait. And we're like, how do we let people know our thoughts on Drag Race? So we decided when we have these moments, we're going to pop the clip on YouTube, so you can get it immediately. So right now we have our first Drag Race corner on YouTube. If you were in the Patreon, you heard it.
You already heard it.
But if you weren't,
old news.
Yeah. But if you wanted to hear our thoughts, it's on YouTube.
Also, Christina has dragified us.
Oh,
and it is spectacular.
Art. It's great art.
I kind of look like Morgan McMichaels.
You kind of do.
Yeah.
You kind of do. Boy.
So y'all, you can follow us on YouTube, and also you're going to give those are the things that are happening on our Patreon every week. Things go off the rails.
Things go off the rails
on the old RG Plus.
Yeah, you get the most Southern stories on RG Plus. That's for sure.
I brought up my childhood basketball goal, and it still kind of made me sad thinking about it.
Long, sad story. Because you were realizing in real time, you were like some of the people on Love After Lockup.
How country it was.
Yeah, real time. Real time.
Also, y'all have been, speaking of things that we did not have time to do and interacting in things in real time. We did a little bit at the Single Life, just some initial thoughts when we were in it, but on all the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives stuff. We honestly had, number one, we were tired and we were overwhelmed like everyone was. I was getting over the flu.
You were very sick.
And so there was going to be no special episode when I was really sick.
Yeah.
And both of us were kind of exhausted and we had a really bad taste in our mouth about it. And we're not going to talk about something unless we're really wanting to talk about it.
Well, how do we we didn't really want to just, we didn't want to jump on and record an episode for clicks. Yeah. Because it was a hot topic in a negative way. We don't, and so we wanted to put, how do we talk about this with our spin on it?
And also something that is engaging other people's voices, especially other people, and how we look at domestic violence and how we see domestic violence. And we actually contacted a media researcher. Her name is Soraya Giacardi, and she's going to be doing. We're recording it today, so
it's already out if you haven't heard it. So
it is called Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Season 4, an epilogue.
An epilogue. And so
I don't think there will be a reunion. just putting that out there.
No.
So I think we were trying to think about also maybe some things will be helpful to people who are involved in situations like this.
Mm-hmm.
And also how Soraya is a media researcher. And so she researches how this stuff is shown in the media and what we can do about it and how the media can be more responsible and how there are things we can learn from what domestic violence, how it works in the media and our response to it.
It was helpful for me because like Poodle said, I was just kind of, as many of you were, just grossed out by the whole thing. And one of the reasons of being grossed out was like, I don't know what to do with this.
That was kind of both of us.
And so after this conversation, I kind of thought, okay, I do know what to do with this now. I do know how I can lead this in a positive direction for me and for my experience, because that's all we can worry about. So Anyway, she
So
was lovely.
look for that. If you were one of those people DMing us, clamoring to know what we thought, after a little time, this is the pod for you. So check that out. It's on the free feed.
Mm-hmm. And on YouTube.
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's basically it.
I think that's it. Come at me on Cameo if you want to come on Cameo. Got a lot of pep talks, which I love doing. Poodle's not on Cameo because he doesn't have time.
Sounds stimulating.
Yes. Also, people still are messaging me about this because I guess I just want to bring it up again. Poodle has already applied to Big Brother and Traders. So
both of them. So suck it.
I verified it.
You'll get your sex when you can. I'm still working on it.
It's April. People are starting to think that you're a liar.
I'll get it done.
Okay. I just want everybody to know we're not waiting on me. I could watch a movie tonight if you wanted to.
Every time you talk about this, I'm going to find the worst. It's going to be Faces of Death or something gory that will make you sleep for weeks.
Secrets of Nim was terrifying. God.
Okay, come on. I loved that movie.
It scared me to death.
You live in fear.
Anything else?
Nope. Elise and Joshua. I'm going to say, I am so glad we have this couple. I don't know what the latter half of this.
Thank God.
This season would be.
Thank God.
Yeah. You'll remember what happened last week when Elise started screaming at bar patrons, asking their opinions. Now, apparently, I want to ask our Aussie sissies, is public embarrassment a bigger deal there?
Are you asking for a friend or for your own research?
No, I'm asking for how this guy reacted, how Chris reacted.
Yeah, how Chris reacted.
I would have been embarrassed too, but it feels like, I think maybe this was a social class he hangs out with.
Possibly.
But I don't know if it's interesting. Because I think British people would be horrified by something like this.
That's true.
So I wonder if that there's a parallel there. So Aussie sissies, let us know. Or let me know. I guess I'm the only one who gives a shit about it. But
that's interesting to me too. Yeah. Like I never thought about it in that context. Yeah.
Because I think as Americans, we would let something go like that because I don't think not anyone really has shame anymore. That used to be a thing. And that's over.
Yeah.
I would be embarrassed if someone did that to me, but I think I would get over it really fast. I would be more angry, I think, about the fact that she consistently refuses to trust everything he says because she's been hurt in the past.
Yeah.
I think I think I would be like, so that's a big speed bump. And if you can't get over that, I don't know if this whole thing can work.
This relationship turned a curve. I did not. It's going places I didn't expect where we started is where it ended up.
Totally
with him.
I agree.
Although I got a lot of joy on next week on watching Elise on the side of a mountain going, okay.
Exactly. It turned into all of a sudden. It turned into Alone, the show where she's like going down she's like scaling down and she's crying her eyes out. It's like 4 different reality shows.
Again, her anxiety is so high. Elise is not a high adrenaline type of woman because she's already living at a high adrenaline.
That's a good way of putting her. She's I bet her cortisol levels. She's like,
yes.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, okay.
So, yeah.
God, Chris looks so
He's so hot.
Fuck, I want to stick in my mouth.
Wow.
Fuck.
Wow.
Oh, please. Please. You just talked about an entire.
You just said it.
You just talked about an entire floor routine, Shannon Miller.
It was just, oh, thank you. I'm more of a Carrie Strug.
Just do it all on one leg?
Yeah, do it all on one leg. And I'd perform through the pain. And have.
Simone Biles could never.
Mary Lou Retton.
Oh, Mary Lou.
Fuck her.
Oh, we don't
She
like
looks-
her now?
Oh, no, she's awful.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't know she was canceled. All right, bye.
No, she's terrible.
Remember when it hurt you when
She was
people
a
you
drunk,
kind of
wasn't she?
like? Well, when people. Well, that's a disease. I mean, she has a disease. Of
No, she's an
alcoholism.
awful. No, trust
Oh,
me,
she's
an
an
awful person.
Okay. But remember when, I don't know, 10 years ago when someone that you kind of liked did something bad and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, not anymore.
Now it's just like, sure, bye.
Not anymore.
Kind of freeing. You realize I'm not really attached to these people at all.
Or extremely cut off from your emotions.
Maybe. But I just can't get my hopes up anymore.
I don't know if that's a great thing either.
No, when it comes to let people get powerful and famous and they become terrible.
I think that's a very negative view of the world.
Well, it's fine. Doesn't affect me. I'm not powerful and I'm not famous.
Those two things are true.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm living life happy.
Sounds like it. So, yes, Chris is very hot.
Yes,
He's like, coming to the gym? He's like, oh, no, rough night? And he's like, yeah, Nat and Elise went into it and she was yelling at the whole bar. And Chris says, I feel sorry for you, bro, but it's still funny.
I appreciated that. I appreciate that very much.
These are just two guys. It's just like these are I feel like this is what a straight male friendship is. They're kind of there for each other, but at the same time, they're objects of humor for each other.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say
Anyway.
that's true for a lot of straight male relationships that I know of.
I think it's pretty accurately depicted.
I mean, I have those relationships with the straight guys I'm friends with.
Me too.
My brother. Yeah.
Yeah. So he said last night he didn't speak to her last night, and
No.
he even says, "I'm hurting and I'm angry."
And he said, it's hard to come back from this. She's done a lot of damage.
I don't know how you do it. I if someone would have screamed like this, and someone just the financial, basically hitting him where basically saying he's a loser. That she
Yeah.
supports him financially, which isn't really true. That's the thing
No.
we're forgetting. He was staying with her for a while, not giving. He wasn't, and when he did borrow money from her, but he paid her back.
I hope that in the tell-all, this doesn't come out that she was right, because she will never, this is like,
She'll never trust in their man.
yeah, she already doesn't. And this would destroy her.
So Elise comes in and she's like,
I'm really embarrassed.
I couldn't sleep. Should have acted that way. And Chris goes, is that a sorry?
It was kind of
Ow!
like she walked out and I forgot Chris was there. It almost was like an awkward reality show where the camera just went foomp and you forget he's watching this whole intimate conversation. And I thought, why does he not get up and leave the room?
No.
No.
The unintentional comedy
Yeah.
that this storyline has brought.
True.
I can't even tell you. Elise walking around in those tops, those like bikini top, those cross-shouldered bikini tops of every color.
Yeah.
Oh, with nary a scarf or a wrap on her.
No.
And she's always like, it's cold in here. That's
Yeah.
because your skin's accessible to the environment.
To the elements. Yeah.
Put on a coat.
Well, yeah. So anyway,
It's like me screaming at Aviva, wash your hair.
wash your hair. So she does say, we weren't the only ones. There was an outcry about her hair.
Wash your fucking hair. Or pull it for your face. Do something.
Engaged in a bucket hat. Jesus. So she says, I am sorry that I did that to you. And Joshua's like, remember, I don't like personal shit coming out in public settings. And I kind of wanted to say, then don't be on a reality show, honey. Like you chose the wrong show. That's the whole point. You're only going to be good on this franchise if you talk about your personal shit.
To be fair, I think that's probably a place he socializes. And
Well,
he's
yes.
thinking
Even
about
Matt said,
life.
she was like, this is where I go.
he's thinking about life after this. Because I really do believe, y'all, this is not a guy who is in this for fame. I do not feel like he's on it to be a reality star.
I don't think so. He seems, from what we're getting, he seems like a decent guy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, you're really careful now to say that.
Well, who might be having just gay or heterosexual friendly blowjobs with his roommate? Who doesn't?
That's just what bros being
That's
bros.
what bros do. Help a bro out.
And she said, let the emotions get the better of me. And he said, that shouldn't happen once. If it's a common occurrence, I'm not even. That's when she asked, "Here we go to the zoo." And so she's like, "I'm leaving soon, and I would understand that if you didn't want to take me." And he kind of goes, "Whatever. We can go to the zoo."
Whatever. We can go to the zoo.
You can tell. The thing about here is he's not a great actor, so you can tell he feels this deeply. He is pissed at her.
Yeah, I would be too. Yeah.
And I'm just saying, what's interesting here is this guy's good on reality television because you can see he's feeling feelings and you're seeing them. It's who's not very good. Just to offer somewhere we're going to talk about next show, Michael from Michael and Laura and Beer Con.
Oh, yeah.
Michael kind of knows he's on a television show.
Yeah.
Like when he was in that talk with her where he's like kind of spitting like Instagram stuff at her.
I don't like all three of these people.
Oh, I have decided that in that whole thing, I am Beer Con is now my favorite person of that trio.
Save it.
I do not like her. I think she is so unlikable.
I'm not a fan.
I don't like Michael either.
Okay. Save it because that's in part 2.
You said something. So, and then you scream at me to save it. Someone back me up here. He said he gave an opinion and he screams, he silenced me.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so Chris is like, well, this seems like a red flag to me. It's not a good sign. Elise looks at him and goes, "Can I have a hug?" And he's like, "You can walk over here and give me a hug." That's a move. That's a move.
I gotta say that was great because he's like, "I'm not gonna go over there."
So Elise is like, "We're gonna go to the zoo, but I embarrassed him big time." And she's like, "I need alone time with him to win him back." And they're at the zoo. They're looking at the koalas. I did know they have chlamydia. Did you?
Yes, they carry chlamydia.
They carry chlamydia. Yes,
yeah.
I did know that.
Just like me in my 20s.
That's what you told your third husband. You got it from going to Australia.
I've got it from the koalas.
And he believed it.
What? But you know why? Because I believed it at the time.
You did. You did.
I believed this so strongly.
You did.
I said, I got it from the koalas. Those slippery, slutty bears. Did you? My favorite. She's like, "Can I touch it?" No, can't touch the koalas. This is a no-touch zone. I gotta say, I guess in a zoo like that where there's no border or glass, I wouldn't think I could just touch an animal. I'm glad she asked, actually.
That doesn't enter my mind at all.
To reach out and touch an animal?
Reach out and touch an animal. No, thank you.
It's kind of like when you're at the museum and there are people like who just get close to something and just touch a piece of art. And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You know what? There's only 2 animals. I would touch a whale or a dolphin if I was whale watching or out in the
I think that's
wild.
Different, though.
But I think that's different because they're coming up to the boat and they...
Yeah.
That's
if I'm in a zoo, I'm just not going to reach out and... But I guarantee you people have done it before, which is why that woman had to... The very, very strangely happy woman.
Yes.
So he says, he's basically telling her, I don't know what to do. I told you how much I care. And then you go and do the most embarrassing thing that I've ever been involved in. And I don't think he's piling on. I think he's horrified.
Yeah. look, we've seen people use this as leverage to be an asshole.
I don't think that's
and I think that's what you're reacting to is that we're not used to. Usually people use it as leverage.
I think he's honestly hurt.
I think he's coming from an honest perspective as well.
And she's like, he says, I don't know if I can be with someone after that. And I'm falling in love with you. But last night makes me hesitate on introducing you to more things in my life. And she's like, but I got triggered about her. And she's like, he's like, but you got answers. And
she didn't know how to respond to that. She kind of just blinked.
She just blink.
Because at the end of the day, she did get answers.
Yeah. They weren't the ones she wanted.
She doesn't believe him. She can't. That's the thing. When you don't trust someone or when you don't trust
last week. Yeah.
We don't trust people, period. They can tell you the truth and you're not ready to accept it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Regardless if she has a feeling or whatever about him, that's going to be everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be everybody you come in contact with.
Because when we first met him, I think I even said, I don't know, this guy's kind of hiding some things. I think more is going to come out. But he's explained everything that was confusing. It's all been explained pretty logically to me.
Yeah, yeah. And she says, it won't happen again. Will you give me another chance? He kind of quietly says yes. And she says, I know I'm projecting what happened with my exes onto this current relationship. If I don't change this now, I could lose him. That's the other thing about Elise. She does. It's the same thing Darcy does. It's the same thing of being able to wrap up. The producer did not have to tell her this.
No.
She's watched enough reality television and this style of reality television to know how to end a scene. I gotta say this, Lisa also knows how to do that.
She does. She does.
There's some people who do not know how to do this on this show. And I gotta say I love it. Meanwhile, we're going to the Blue Mountains.
Mountains.
No, it's not like that. Mountains. No, ends. That's the vowel.
Mountains.
Yes. It's unnatural, but that's the way some people these days are pronouncing that word.
And they said it like that?
She said, the mountains. That is the way some people say that word. Mountains. Like mountains. Not mountains.
There's no T in it anymore.
There is not. The T has been eliminated.
Well, but they took it out of important.
Important. Same thing.
Yeah.
The
important.
The interior T is gone.
Okay. When you said interior T, it was too much. You were doing great. Let's just move on.
Thank you for telling me it was too far over the edge.
You were so close, too. If you just stopped there, it would have been great.
No, I can't. I never can. I have to go further.
All right. This house looks
I could call it an intervocalic T and make it worse.
Okay. It was beautiful, this house.
This house is gorgeous.
And Elise takes a Poodle move and says, we can have sex in a lot of rooms. Because that is the first thing Poodle thinks about when he gets to a new location.
And nothing like a vacation house and there was someone, the first thing I think of is how many places can I fuck?
You do.
Yeah.
You do. She's like, I hope we could just unplug and be with each other. Then Elise is like, she decided to cook. Define cooking.
She's making pasta and
a bag Caesar salad.
To be fair, this is cooking. There are things boiling.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably a jarred sauce, which is fine.
Yeah. Some jarred sauce is great.
It is but I think this is the lowest level of what you could call cooking.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Y'all, this is my move because I do open things with my teeth.
You do. I hate it.
And so she's trying to open the dressing. It comically shoots all over her mouth and her face.
Her breast, in her mouth.
All of it. Again, you could not script this.
No.
And her first thing is,
this is not the first thing that I thought would be in my mouth.
And I thought, I like that joke,
It was a funny joke.
but I think we can do better.
Oh,
So I want to do.
oh no.
It's time for Reality Gays Joke Off. I can joke you off.
Gross.
It's time for a joke off.
I don't like this already.
Ow! Joke me off.
So we're just going to go back and forth with jokes that we think she could have said instead.
Well, you say it like that and it sounds stupid.
No, I
But
think
yeah.
it sounds okay. Let's do it. All right, I'll start you off. Okay, you're there. You're opening. It shoots in your face, and
Oh, Hail Caesar. Okay, then the Caesar dressing shoots in your face, and
friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your napkins.
oh,
Okay, it shoots in your face, and
anchovies. Okay, it shoots in your face, and
all roads lead to Rome, and apparently my mouth.
last one. We can do it.
And it shoots in your face, and
It's like somebody jizzed right in my mouth.
and there you go, everybody. That's our joke you off.
Get it? Because it looked like someone came in her face.
Yeah, get it? It's a joke. All right. Well, let us know in the comments, what would your joke be?
What's your joke?
What's your joke?
I just think it was funny, but it wasn't. Needed a little more specificity about cum.
Oh, I just thought of another one. Et tu, Caesar? Oh, well.
Et tu. Yeah, et tu.
Please
We-
explain
we
it. As you know, that makes it funnier.
Yeah, we needed more jizz. I think.
Yeah. Needed more jizz. But
Anyway.
what's great about this is, and this is true, like, I got to say, the way Josh rolled with this, he laughed at it. And even when they ate the meal and she went, oh God, this is terrible. And he was like, it's not about the food. It's about the great time I had with you. And my asshole kind of giggled when he said that. That was so cute and sweet, I thought.
And he said it like sincerely.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say, it's hard to find a guy like this.
I kind of want them to get together, but I'm pretty sure not pretty sure.
I want
Elise is
better
gonna blow
for
this up.
him. I want better for him than Elise.
I think Elise is a great person. I just think she needs to work on herself a
Yeah,
lot before she
Zan.
can be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna blow
So
it up. Don't worry. So he said, that's the best time I've ever had cooking. And she says, but there's one thing in the back of my mind. I haven't met her son yet. I'm like, you don't get to do that right now. And thankfully, they're going to FaceTime.
well, they flash back to where they talk about it. And so that leads kind of this conversation of when they're in the hot tub. And
You know,
go ahead.
Can I say,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the part that doesn't feel like this came from Elise. I have never heard Elise mention that she wants to be some type of surrogate mom, or she can't wait to meet his kids, or
I didn't get that, actually. I didn't get that she wants to be a mom. I got that she does want him, what she said. I got that she wants to know about his life. And Elise, boundaries are hard for Elise, even when they're a healthy boundary, because she's like, if I don't know you, because what Elise isn't saying is she wants to meet the kid because she also wants to meet the ex-wife.
You're right. I guess
So
I'm thinking
I think that's where it's coming from.
she doesn't seem very child friendly. Mostly because she would say fuck all the time.
Well, I do that.
I don't know. So they're getting in the hot tub later. Okay, in that title card, did you see the way he pulled her to him and just kisses her ferociously? It was hot.
It was hot. He's hot.
Oh, he is so hot.
He's very hot.
I think he's one of the hotter guys we've had on the show.
think they're probably arguably one of the hottest couples we've had on 90 Day.
That's probably true.
For
She's
sure.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
And
She's like, am I making up to you good? Am I doing a good job?
she's like, so I want to be with you, and I've only met a few of your friends. When am I going to meet your son? Do you notice in talking about this, talking about his son, he starts to tear up and cry.
Oh yeah, it's a wound. It's still bleeding. It's a
It's got to be tough when you're
because I don't think because of his job, it sounds like they moved.
They moved an hour and a half by plane.
But I don't know if they're by the water or not. Maybe they moved more. It sounds like they're not by a place where there's boats.
No, he couldn't work there.
He couldn't work there. Yeah,
he is in Sydney.
Yeah,
and
that sucks.
Yeah, I wonder if she's remarried.
I think he said that she
Yeah,
remarried and then they moved.
Because that could
feel
also
like
be
it.
hard, because then it feels like
Someone else is being a dad to your kid.
it's that and someone else, and also my kid's part of a different family now.
Look, Joshua's depressed. He said it. You look
Go
back
on.
at all the signs. When he came, he's floating around, doesn't have a place to live. He's kind of struggling at his job because he's not able to make enough income to support himself fully. And
midlife crisis, probably.
he's partying too much, as he said, and going out too much because he doesn't want to feel right now because he misses his son so much. Because as we learned, he's like, we did stuff all the time together.
Yeah.
And Elise, actually, I do it. This is why I root for Elise, because Elise doesn't get in her way as much as Darcy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
no one. That's not possible.
No, or Stacey, to be honest. But I bring those up as a comparable because all three of them, especially Darcy, they all have this like aching need to be loved, and that's why they make great television, because they're not trying to, as we said,
the stakes are really high.
We met all three of those women at the New York party. The drama is not fake.
No.
This is Elise.
There's nothing fabricated.
The
here.
vibe of Elise that we got at the party is exactly what you
one
get.
You're seeing.
The same thing. Like, we could feel the anxiety coming from her. So
You want to see my nipple?
But when she said
Maybe not
to
when there's
him,
Josh around.
this is a good thing though, when she said, I appreciate you're upset about your son. If you weren't upset about this, that would be a red flag to me. That would be not a good sign. So Darcy, I don't know if Darcy would see that. I think Darcy would still be so much.
She'd pick a fight. Yeah.
Like, it would still
pick
too
a fight.
much.
Yeah.
Elise can very rarely get out of her own way and see someone else's experience, a hint of it.
Yeah.
Gives me hope for her as a human that maybe not with Joshua, but she could go to therapy and work on this with herself.
He does say, I miss him, especially when you're here, and I'd love you two to get along. That's a good thing.
That's really sweet.
And
it's unless you're Poodle. That's the worst thing to say to Poodle if you're dating Poodle, is that you want him to meet your kid because you think he would get along with them.
In what world?
Yeah. It's not a good thing to say to Poods.
If I can't talk about illegal betting or like horse track betting with your kid, or I don't know, New England poets, I'm not interested.
You're not interested now.
No. I guarantee you your kid's not that interesting that I would like. I could talk to a teenager. I'm not talking to a 9-year-old.
Well, if you
unless
talk to
they're related to me, I don't care.
Well, if it was a little poodle and they were like you and could talk
That's
to you.
different because I speak the language.
But then I feel like you would compete with them.
That's probably true as well. My well's better than yours. Oh, you read Curse the Starving Class? I read that when I was when I was 8. Probably. You're right. I would compete with that child.
You would. Anyway,
It's a terrible person. So Elise says, I want to make you feel like you're back together again and be that rock for you, but you have to let me into your life. So he says, she's shown that she's worthy to get to know my son, but it's scary if things don't work out. Again, I am, like you said, I am shocked at how this story has moved.
I really was.
I thought it would be a joke story that she would go home after this.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have 2 more episodes before the tell-alls.
We're having 2 tell-alls for this, right?
Yes, I believe there are 2 tell-alls. Which is kind of crazy. I feel like they would have been able to put this in 3. But I know why, because Emma's story is pretty cut and dry. There's not a lot of drama in between the castmates, I don't think. And I think a lot of the stories are pretty cut and dry. I don't think you're going to get a lot out of Annalyn and Jovon either.
No.
So I think you're going to be able to do this in 2. Yep.
Let's talk, y'all. We're going to talk about
what a good time to do that.
Yeah, take a little break. We're going to talk about one of the couples that's going to be on 90 Day Fiance season 12. This is Reality Gays. Meet the couples.
I don't love that.
It's too late. I branded it
with that.
Too late. Couple 1. Katie, 26, from Portland, Oregon, and Josh, 30, from England. What are your thoughts, Pooch? Tell us about them.
I think I mentioned when we first watched the trailer, I wish I had thought up of an OCD diagnosis that I instantly make out with strangers. I wish I'd come up with that a long time ago.
You really should have, yeah.
Because it would have explained a lot of silent car rides.
And y'all, in the bio, this was, I think it broke in EW, entertainmentweekly.com. But they describe her, she's a free-spirited Portlander. And if you haven't been to Portland or seen Portland, watch it, you know what we're talking. But she's bluntly honest. And it literally says, quote, her OCD keeps life unpredictable. Her spontaneous habit of making out with all of her friends and even strangers begins to push her fiance, Josh, to his limits as their wedding approaches. This is what I need. I need them to be on the season, and then just in the middle of the tell-all, she just comes over and makes out with Sean Robinson. She's like, sorry. Had to.
Sorry. Now, did you notice in the trailer, she's like, we need to make out for 4 minutes. So I wonder if that's part of the OCD. Is not just the making out, but the length of time.
There's a lot of rules in this, seems like.
The other thing is, I understand OCD and it's not a joke that a lot of people talk about.
No, it's not. But people are going to make jokes about this, though, because it's
I want to say,
typical thing to
if
be
your
OCD
is hurting other people and also flouting other people's boundaries completely.
Or making other people uncomfortable by pushing their boundaries.
You either need to be in therapy for it or being medicated, because this is not something that should be allowed to happen.
No, it's not.
I will say this: it should not be acceptable by this woman's fiance. Absolutely not.
It wouldn't be to me either. It goes on to say Josh is a calm, level-headed man who loves Katie's bold spirit and spontaneity, but struggles with the chaos that often follows her.
I'm going to
say this. Is he dating you?
I'm going to say this. Words like bold spirit, wild spontaneity, we also use that for people who are mentally ill.
True. Although
I'm just saying that's Zelda Fitzgerald had a bold spontaneity about her.
Spontaneity. I don't know. Maybe she did read a page from your book, because the next thing says, as the wedding approaches, Katie drops a bombshell weeks before the ceremony. She wants an open marriage.
First of all, you say that after the ceremony.
You do say that.
Rookie move, Katie.
Rookie move, Katie. I mean, but think about it. She says she has to make out with other people. Her life is chaotic, and she wants an open marriage, and is surprising them with it.
Could have been me.
Could have been you. I don't.
I don't.
And it's also going to be interesting with them that the culture of someone from Portland who is a very free-spirited Portlander versus someone who is British is very, very different.
This guy's not going to be able to handle this.
I'm
telling you that right now.
No.
She needs to be in a polycule with 2 girls and a guy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, this is no.
Yeah, DOA. Anyway, y'all, so that's one of your couples. On part 2, we're going to talk about another couple. Right?
Bold
Didn't you say we're doing that next? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
We almost
Bold
forgot to do it.
spirit and spontaneity.
Bold Zelda Fitzgerald. What other podcast? Jesus.
That's Zelda Fitzgerald. But after she threatened to slit her throat again this evening.
Okay, let's talk about Rick or Trish. All right.
She's got a bold spirit, that one.
Yikes. I'm begging. I'm just trying to move on.
They put a lot of people with bold spirits in the nervous hospital. That's all I'm saying.
We both you definitely would have been in one.
Oh, I would love a good stint in the nervous hospital. Oh my God, a good 6 weeks? Oh, take me there now. Where are we?
Sissy and I coming to visit you, and you're just climbing the walls, and your robe just open in the back. We're just looking at your ass.
Oh, not a vacation because of the constant therapy and the medication, but
Food probably sucks too.
yeah, but I'm sure I'd get something out of it. Take me away from this world, Jesus.
All right, let's talk
speaking
about
of-
Rick and Trish, who things look like they're gonna go better. Just kidding, they're not.
No.
No.
And it is so ridiculous for this man to promise to give this woman a baby.
He doesn't
He
mean it.
knows.
Do you think
Exactly.
he doesn't. He is
You can
telling
tell
her
he's
this.
lying.
He's telling her this because as soon as the uncle's like, today, we need to know today. And as soon as he says, yes, I want to do it, and they celebrate, he's like, well, but wait.
I felt like I was being bullied.
It's going to take 8 months to get that visa. And then we got to do this. And then we got to do that. So I'm going to ask you to be married in 4 months. I'm asking because if you wanted to marry her or have kids with her, then why not ask her right there in front of her family?
Yeah. Did you know the other thing that he keeps saying? He went, well, if we keep going in the direction we're going.
So if she doesn't fuck it up,
And who decides that, y'all? Not her.
him.
He keeps saying things like that. If things keep going so well like this for me, not you, he does that every single time, and it's always on his timeline. What he is expecting to happen. It is remarkable that how he is trying to control the trajectory of this relationship, and how. Either she's young, so she doesn't see it. She's also a different socioeconomic level than he is, which is strange. But I think she thinks he makes more than he does. But the uncle and dad are so happy. They're like, so when? And that's what you were talking about before. He's like, well, it's going to take months, and then we'll get married, and then we'll start a family. And he keeps saying, if everything keeps going in the direction it's going in. And also, what he can also do with this is if he finds out one thing about the ex or one thing that she hasn't told him, he can cut it off completely by saying that language.
Yeah.
It is it's just dastardly of how he phrases everything. Ugh.
It's not good. Hopefully this blows it up and they end before he leaves, because what was going to happen, they were going to go back. He was going to fuck her again because he loves fucking, y'all don't remember, he loves young pussy. And I don't mean to be gross when I say it, but I say that's how he thinks of it. Down deep, that's really how he thinks of it.
Yep.
They would have sex, and then he would go back to the U.S. and completely ghost her.
Yeah.
And make a reason
or fuck
that
his ex.
She did something that he had to ghost her.
Mm-hmm.
I really need this ex from Colombia on the tell-all.
I would love that.
I would love it so much.
So Trish, they're at the airport, and Trisha's starting to kind of, now that she's gotten everything that she wants.
Well, she keeps asking,
thinks,
do you love me? Do you love me? And that's weird. If somebody keeps asking you that they love you, something's up.
Well, it's because I think there's something's telling her that.
Well, she saw the
he's
phone.
lying.
I think she saw the text messages.
Yeah.
Even maybe when they got in the car.
Yeah. He's
Terrible
terrible at keeping secrets like this.
The best thing you can put on your phone, a privacy screen.
I need to get one of those.
And, I used to think, why do you have that? Because it's so private. But then I would notice I would be texting and somebody would be looking at my phone what I'm texting.
Oh, my God.
Well, look, I'll be honest. I try not to see, but sometimes I'll see you send a fucking nude on Grindr and I go, gross, because she's just there. So I would love it.
Definitely need to get a privacy screen.
I would love it if you got a privacy screen, please.
Maybe I want everyone to see.
No one wants. Think about what your mother has probably seen you send, and
or the person next to me on the plane. Oh my God!
That person asked Delta for a refund, I bet.
So she basically says, he's like, baby. She's like, you're not going to change your mind. He's like, baby, as long as we're moving in the right direction. Again, that's something I say. And he's like, I still have doubts that I'm not financially ready, but if I don't follow through with this, it might put her in a bad position with her family. And their flight keeps getting delayed. And at one point, an hour later, she's grabbing at his phone. And he's like, I'll throw you in the phone with it. And he looks sick.
He looks sick. He does.
And he's like, so, boy, the way he explains himself, our flight kept getting delayed. And the whole time, Trisha's asking if I love her. And I said, yes. And then eventually she said, I am asking. And then she demanded. He makes her sound like she's the unreasonable one here. She demanded I give her my phone. And it hit me that she kept looking at me on my phone, and she probably saw that my ex had texted me. The one, and the producer says, the one from Colombia? He's like, yeah. And so, y'all, he writes back to her.
When you see her grabbed, so she's looking at the phone now. Yeah, go ahead.
And he says, a few days ago, my ex texted me. And he actually, of course, he blames the ex because I'm sure he hasn't been talking to the ex.
And of course, she texted him, you never loved me. Yeah. She feels the same way Trisha feels.
The same way Trisha does.
And she's saying that, and he's like, well, we had some beautiful moments. Some
of my most beautiful times have been with you. And he's
that's fine to say.
I responded inappropriately.
No, because you say, some of my most beautiful times were with you. However,
we're over.
I'm deeply in love with someone and I'm moving on. Blah, 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 blah.
But I guarantee you he was flirty with her after.
No, he can't ever stop flirting.
Cut someone off, yeah. And
yeah, that's true. He can't ever end
cut off an
with
option.
Someone because he's like, but then how do I use them later if I cut it off?
Yep. And then he says, Trisha says, he told me he's not talking to his ex. And then I found out they were talking while we were at my father's house. Like Colty sending
There's a
nudes.
stranger in my house, doo-doo.
At her, Colty sending nudes at Courtney's parents.
Y'all were so happy that we were too, that Courtney was like, no, I'm not. Like she stood up for herself.
I'm so happy. Yeah. And so she locks herself in the bathroom. She's crying. I don't want anything from you. And Rick says, how did I come so close to getting everything I wanted and fuck it up? Like we're supposed to feel sorry for you?
You know who?
The producer hates him. I guarantee you.
But it's interesting because you know who can fuck it up even easier? Fucking Jovon, this guy.
Oh!
God, I still actually dislike him more than Rick. Like, I'm just going to get to it. Who can afford a $268 ring?
This was hard to watch.
You dusty motherfucker. You dumb bitch.
This was hard to watch.
You can't afford that?
You don't go shopping with someone and say we're just looking especially when it's ring shopping.
When they don't know. Maybe you can say before. Now, because maybe you want to say that before. If you want to go buy it at another time and surprise them, sure. Then say that. Say, hey, I don't want to buy anything today. Blah, blah, blah. That's fine. But the fact that, too, they're already married for years.
Yeah.
He's so I want to ask you
too. He's like, you don't need a ring to prove I love you. Where are you living? You don't think your wife needs a ring?
Is your masculinity podcast telling you that a
Yes,
woman
they
doesn't
probably
want a
are.
wedding ring?
Yes,
Guess
they probably
what?
are.
I bet you everyone on your masculinity podcast is single and beating off in their mom's basement.
Probably sadly, I think the podcasters make a lot of money. But the ones listening probably, yes.
Probably do. Oh, yes.
Sadly, have you watched the Louis Theroux Manosphere thing?
No.
Okay, it's all about those masculinity podcasters.
Is it a documentary?
Yep.
Oh.
Pretty
my
terrifying.
question to you is, I don't know if I have the emotional capacity to watch that right now in the world, but I probably should.
You kind of need to know.
Kind of need to know. Yeah. But I want to ask you, is it because he's a dusty fucker who can't afford it, or is this a power play? Because
sadly, those are
there.
linked.
Because I think he probably could afford it and didn't want to, and wanted to make her feel like she has to ask him or beg him or remind her that he is the final say, because as my father used to say, he who has the gold makes the rules.
That's the golden rule.
That's
that
Chelsea Martin Golden.
That was never a part of the saying.
Matthew, he who makes the gold makes goddamn rules.
Ever
Sure,
heard of
Dad.
the golden rule?
Sure, Dad. You've been married 3 times, and none of them worked out.
Why I say that they're linked is he thinks of her as a lesser accessory.
Yes.
And,
That's so gross and so spot on.
And it is
God, I want more for her.
Yeah, and everything she needs is considered women's things, and those are negligible and not as important as men's things.
No, men's things are way more important.
And
guarantee you, when he's 50, he won't care about a wedding ring, but he's going to want his Viagra.
Yeah, yeah. And so, y'all remember, he did say, she's like, I got you a ring. And he's like, no, you sent me money and I bought a ring under $100 that turned my finger green. And I think we've seen before with kind of mail order brides who get sent money and things like that. This woman is not that. She's not begging for extravagant things.
This woman loves that.
Yeah.
That's kind of the saddest part in all of this.
I want her to want more for herself.
That's who you love? Yeah. Love higher. Jesus.
I
mean, look, I listen and I don't judge.
I was going to say
the litany of our exes. We can't say much.
But she basically says, I feel humiliated. Why would you bring me shopping? And I can't even have the cheapest ring. And this ring is a symbol of our marriage. And he makes me feel like he's not even invested in our relationship.
And what is even sadder, when she says she's not even mad yet. She's just shamed, as if she's like, I feel humiliated. She's like, that was embarrassing a little bit. Like she can't even have the anger that normally she gets, because right now she's
afraid to, because of him saying, why are you so mean to me all the time?
Please divorce. Please divorce. Don't get pregnant. But I'm afraid they are. And she's tied to this fucker forever. Although I totally think he reads Deadbeat Dad to me. I could see her raising this kid by herself. Hopefully she has a bunch of baklas around her to raise that child.
That's the show.
That's the show, everyone.
God, I gotta say, these two men, I gotta say, beer content barely bothers me anymore. It's like
he can talk about fucking Nietzsche all he wants.
I know. But comparatively to Rick and Jovon, I don't know. Like I've said, I don't know if we've had a worse season for men. It's rough.
But that said, we talked about this for over an hour. It's a good season for 90 Day. I like it.
It's a troll season. Total troll season.
Yeah, but it was great to watch.
Nobody made it to 90 Day this season.
Nobody. All right, everyone. We'll be talking about another couple in part 2. Until then, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We appreciate that so much. Thank you for supporting us by supporting our sponsors. They enable us to do what we love to do. So please support them. We appreciate that very much. If you don't want to listen to any of our ads, that's fine. You can jump on RG Plus at the ad-free all audio tier that's available on patreon.com/realitygays, Supercast, as well as what's easier than Poodle?
Apple subscriptions.
Just that Apple subscription, y'all. One little button. It gets everything right there to you. And reminder, if you do join Patreon, do not do it from don't use Apple Pay on your Apple device. It's a little bit, it's a little more work, but go online, like to a web browser, even on your phone, enter your credit card information because Apple charges you an extra fee. So it's cheaper for you to do it off the Apple Pay system. All right, everyone. We call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places?
Yes, and if someone's ever called you extremely free-spirited and with a bold spontaneity,
I think you've been called that before, honey.
Yeah, chances are you might be nuts. That's a technical term. Yeah, but I'm that way too, so we could all use some time in the nervous hospital.
That's true.
Yeah.
And when you're in the nervous hospital, you can call us.
You can call us.